What's up, everybody? It's Friday, so I hope that you've had a really productive week and that your Friday morning has gotten off to a much better start than my Friday morning. I've already spilled coffee all over the place. I've dropped my phone several times. I almost fell. I don't know what's happening. I did a live this morning and the audio was not there. And then I couldn't figure out what was going on with my phone. I don't know if it was my phone. I don't know if it's the construction going on in the area. All kinds of stuff. So, which is great. For me to have a crazy morning and to want to talk about why your job search is probably not working, I think it is a sign they are probably intertwined together. So, let's talk about 3 reasons that your job search is probably not yielding the results that you are expecting. The first reason is that you don't have a clear why that why you're in the job market. You don't have a clear sense of direction. You don't have a plan. You don't have any intention for your job search. And so as a result, your job search has no intention to get you the results that you're looking for. Why are you in the job market? Is it a forced job search or is it unforced? Meaning, was your company, were you laid off? Were you fired? Were you furloughed? Did your company close? Like, did something happen that was outside of your control to make you get in the job market to start looking for another role? Or are you in the job market because of an emotional reason? You don't like the people you work with. You're no longer interested in what you're doing, and so you're just shopping around and just trying to see what's out there. What is the reason that you are in the job market? Why are you looking for a job? The other thing is, what are you looking for? What's the plan? Are you trying to find a job similar to the job that you already have, but you're just trying to find it in another company? Are you relocating? Do you want to change industries altogether? Have you recently graduated or gotten a new certification and you're looking to, swap industries? What are you looking for? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? If you don't set this expectation early in the process, your job search will either stall out altogether or it will take on a life of its own. You will just start getting random connection requests from recruiters, random emails from companies thinking that you're a good fit, and they may be for roles that you're not even interested in, things that you would not even consider. You may also find that your job search is leading you back down a path that looks exactly like the job that you think you want to get away from. It's because people are drawn to what is familiar to them. And so more often than not, when you don't have a clear plan for your job search, you will end up finding the jobs that look exactly like the job that you're in right now. The reason for that is because you've not identified what it is that you want to do, and you haven't identified the things that you no longer want to do. So what you will start finding are the things that look exactly like the things that you're used to doing. And sometimes that's great. Maybe you just want to make a lateral move and keep the same type of work. You want to stay in the same field that you're in, but you just want to switch environments. That's great if that's what you're trying to accomplish. But if that's not what you're trying to accomplish, then you need to be clear. And that clarity needs to happen with yourself first before you go and force yourself on the job market and expect the job market to be able to read your mind and figure out what it is that you're trying to do. The last point is, what's your execution style? How do you plan on getting your information out there? How do you plan on sharing and socializing your resume? How do you plan on socializing the fact that you're actually looking for a job? How do you plan on letting recruiters and hiring teams and HR teams know that you're in the market and you have these skills? Just hanging your resume on a job board is not enough. You need to be able to build community around your entrance into the job market. You need to create an awareness and a buzz about yourself. Treat yourself as if you are a new product in a new product launching to the market. Whenever something new drops, you see commercials, you see ads, you hear things on the radio. all kinds of buzz about that new product coming into your space. And so this is why you should be interested in this product. So that means for you, when you're on LinkedIn, you should start interacting with other recruiters, other profiles that are similar to yours. Start making those connection requests. Start DMing people your resume. Start reaching out and introducing yourself. Remember, LinkedIn is rolling out all these new features so that candidates and recruiters and correct audiences can make those organic connections, and those connections can yield some sort of result. So you want to make sure that you are doing more than just hanging your resume and trusting your resume to do the work on its own. Yes, you hear me say this all the time. Your resume is your voice when your physical presence is not available. When your physical presence is not available, you available right now. So how come nobody knows about it? I'll wait. That's what I thought. You need to make sure that you are doing whatever it is within your capacity to put the message out there. I'm not even going to spend any time in this video talking about how clear and clean and decipherable your message needs to be. Sometimes resumes are confusing because they are not aimed at a specific target. They are not aimed towards a specific audience. They're confusing. And so that's why sometimes you will start getting, in my early job search days, I would get recruiters that were looking at customer service roles. I would also get people who were talking about sales roles. I would get people just talking about a range of different opportunities. And most of those things I wasn't even interested in, but they were like, oh, well, I saw your resume and you seem like you would be a good fit. How? That's because in my mind, my resume was telling a different story. But when they saw it, they got a whole different vibe. So messaging and clarity and direction, all of those things contribute to the success or the failure of the work that your resume is able to do on your behalf. But then you also have a responsibility. You cannot put all the pressure on your resume to socialize who you are as an individual, because remember, people hire people. So you want to be someone that is you want to be able to communicate who you are and make those introductions, and you want to show yourself friendly and knowledgeable and funny and whatever it is that makes you a unique candidate. So you definitely need to start engaging more on LinkedIn and even on those other job boards that I don't often talk about because they're not always as interactive. But you will get messages from recruiters and things like that. And so vet those messages, right? Vet the information that they're sending to you. And if it's something that you're interested in, certainly reach out and engage them. You also want to make sure that as you are having these conversations with recruiters, that you are making sure that they are going to be worth your time. But that's another conversation. I don't want to use this to talk about that. But not every recruiter is ranked equally, right? So if you're local here in the Charlotte metro area, I know some amazing recruiters, and they're just gonna give it to you the way it is. But then, there are also some that are doing this gig as an in-between thing until they find something that they are better suited for. And so you definitely don't want to waste your time working with people that are not really interested in supporting you professionally and helping you to further your career. But getting back to my 3 points, because I gotta go. The first thing, you need to be clear about why you're in the job market. What are you trying to accomplish? Why are you even looking for a job right now? And what are the things that are important to you? Things that I didn't get into is when you're looking at companies, it's about more than salary. You need to make sure that the culture is a place that you actually want to be involved. So why are you in the job market? What's your reason? What's the rationale behind your search? What is it that you want to accomplish? What do you want to do in your next role? What don't you want to do in your next role? All of those things are important. And the last one is, how are you going to execute against your job search? You need to make sure that you are pooling resources. You're looking at LinkedIn, if you're using the other job boards. I have friends who are part of like run clubs at like their local breweries. Sorry, I can never say that word, but they're part of the run clubs. And so, they run 3 miles and then they go back and meet up for a beer. And then people are networking and building community and making new friends and things like that. There are so many different ways for you to socialize yourself, find a new job, make new connections. You just have to look. You have to do the work. You cannot expect that your resume is just going to be some magical tool and it's just going to attract things to you. That does happen if you have a good resume. If your resume is crappy and nobody knows it's not going to bring anything to you. So make sure that you've got all the elements together. Everything works in conjunction with each other. So you need to have a resume that is crisp, has the right level of messaging for the job search that you're trying to execute, makes sense, is not confusing, really showcases your accomplishments, your skills, and your proficiencies, and clearly directs you towards a specific role or a specific industry. You also need to make sure that you are clear about your why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to find a new job? Why are you in the job market? Are you just window shopping? Do you have to be there? Are you on a time limit? What is the case? And then you also need to make sure that you are clear about what it is that you want and what you don't want. Because if you're not, you're just going to find yourself back where you started. And that just makes this entire process lengthy and frustrating. And we don't want you to be frustrated. Okay, so I got to go. And next Friday, I will go live again at 8:45. I thought I was going to be able to do it again, but I'm not. And I'm sorry. But thank you to all the people that joined this morning. And this is what I was going to talk about. Leave me a note in the comments. If you are currently in the job market, let me know some of your challenges and your struggles that you're having with your job search. I will talk to you soon. I will see you on the gram. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.